unbelievable.
That's why when you travel, you should make sure your child is in the right seat for their age and size.
This is why you're the wisest doll in town.
Well, keep them safe by visiting nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Isn't that right, gibberish cat?
Couldn't be better than
Find the right seat today.
Hey, Julia, are you ready to play band with us? I'm gonna play my clarinet.
And Elmo's gonna play his drum. Drum what?
Welcome to JackTalk. I'm Tika Mingo. We've got a great show planned for you today. Joining me will be the president and vice president of CALIP, members of East Texas Bombers roller derby team, and we'll close the show with an informative lesson on wreath making. Stay tuned. The ag pond located behind Steen Hall on the SFA campus is having a walking and biking trails, a fishing pier, and bridges. The pond has a beautiful fountain, scenic weeping willows, and has home to many different ducks. Joining me today are members of CALIP, Brian Kuhlman and Wester Couch. Welcome.
Thank you.
How are y'all today?
Very good.
All right, okay, so I think we're all wanting to know, what is CALIP?
CALIP is the conservation of aquatic life in the ag pond. We're focused on preserving the ag pond, cleaning up the ag pond, and putting future projects to the ag pond. That's the basis of what CALIP is.
All right, okay, cool. So since you said future projects, what projects do y'all have planned?
Perfect. Future projects that we have planned for the ag pond are things like solar pathways, agriculture art with landscaping, working with SFA gardens. This includes planting trees. This includes flower pathways, along with the solar lights. So at night and when we're done with our project, the entire place will be beautiful, lit up with flowers and more trees with a clean environment in and outside of the water.
All right, y'all have good plans. Sounds like it's going to be beautiful.
Of
It's
course.
exciting.
Thank you.
So I think I want to know what everyone has to know. How did y'all get involved with this organization?
It really started with us just going out to the aqua pond and just being out there like a normal student would, and seeing it, and then noticing the just how dirty it was and all the issues with it, and thinking, well, I don't see anybody really doing anything about this, so maybe we should try and fix this issue and make it a better place to be.
All right, so that's the plan. All right. So, what would you say basically with the plans and conducting? How would someone get involved with this if they're also sharing these interests in improving?
If someone wants to get involved with our organization, there is an application online. This is typically through our Instagram. However, on Tuesdays, we do hold tabling events. Maybe not every Tuesday, but some Tuesdays we are going to hold tabling events, and they can sign up. After they sign up, we do personally, both of us, look at their sign up, because we do ask questions if they have experience, if they would like to get an executive role, what their major is, what their classification, and we take that and we interview them. And then if our interview is conducted well and we think they're fit for our organization, we then put them in one of few spots of either managing the water, managing the land, managing the ducks and geese health, so forth, with a weekend crew. And there's so many areas that they can get in. If they're interested with just picking up trash, they can do land. If they're interested with if they love fishing, they know all about fish, that is something they can definitely do. There's a bunch of baby ducks that are there that we're pushing forward to making sure their life is fantastic, and the current ducks are either being adopted out or going to stay there, and we're hoping to really build a great team. Currently we do have 40 people in our organization, and we hope building that with a lot of experienced and great people in every single sector.
So we mentioned ducks, and I mean, I think we all love animals, especially cute ones. So you're saying you're trying to improve their life. What do you mean by that?
So with the ducks, as you've seen, some of them have their wings and are kind of out. That is a defect under the common name of angel wing, and it's due to a low-calorie diet as they're growing up. So when people are feeding them bread, unfortunately, that is causing them to have a low-calorie diet, and they'll have malnutrition, and so their wings will kind of go out. And so, especially with the baby ducks, when we talk about improving their health, we see them, we want to make sure they can get the right food that has the right nutrition, so they don't develop the angel wing. We've seen already some more not as mature ducks that are already developing that. So we're trying to really stop that at an early age with the baby ducks.
Okay, and in order to stop that, what precautionary measures do you have to take?
So we have talks with other people in the school about maybe removing some ducks, as there are some overpopulation issues that are going on. Whereas if that means adoption or some other options, then we're just trying to figure out what the best way to go for the health of the ducks and for the betterment of the school.
Along with the projects, I forgot to mention, we're also introducing duck dispensers, depending on how many ducks we take out of the ag pond. So this includes, it's like your candy dispenser that you turn and you put a coin in, you turn and you get candy. But in this case, it's specifically made for duck and geese food. This provides another way where people that they do come with bread and shouldn't come with bread, because you're going to have your families that want to feed the ducks. And they're not going to go away if signs say no bread. However, if we give another opportunity, they may use that, and that may gear towards ducks having better food from people wanting to feed the ducks with their kids or such, along with automatic duck feeders, duck and geese food feeders. So this way, this should replace their poor diet. And if we have some of them adopted, then the process of their overpopulation will reduce, so the food sources will be a lot more readily available.
All right, so it sounds like y'all have a good plan going on. And in order to make this plan follow through, who have y'all had to work with or collaborated with to make sure we can get this done?
We have to work with a lot of people. We have experience, I'm also the president of the paintball organization. We currently have 16 sponsors. A lot of the sponsors come over here and help us. We're branching out to sponsors nationally, locally, and from the state. This is from your green organizations. This is actually your Texas government work, and this is your internal affairs at STMF Austin. So this has to do with getting money. This has to do with, we're talking with SGA to get legislature passed for a lot of the funding. But we do have a lot of great relationships. Right now, we do have about 20 organizations and companies, some nonprofit, some profit, some that are just your Walmart and such, that are helping us and helping us significantly.
Okay, look, I have to say this organization sounds so well organized. It makes me feel like it's been going on for 5 years.
Yeah.
How long has it been established?
It has been established 5 weeks. And yes, we've been in working for 3.
Okay.
These past 2 weeks, because of Dead Week and such, we have not been working. We really start working on the land next semester. All this planning and getting on the companies and all the funding and everything now, it starts now. And then next semester, it's that day one, Monday work event, Tuesday tabling, Wednesday work event, Thursday organizations, fraternities, sororities are invited to come and work with us. They get a bunch of benefits like t-shirts, and we do grillings. Friday work event, Saturday work event, and Sunday executive
You
board
got
meeting.
it all, and this just looks amazing and sounds amazing, and I cannot wait to see it next semester.
You'll see us out there.
This is flawless. Thank you for coming and visiting us today, of course, and letting us know what we have going on in our beautiful school or city. East Texas Bombers and roller derby team is taking over the studio next. Stay tuned.
Your son wants to get a cat,
I'll really take care of it.
but you're allergic. Do you A, prepare yourself, B, make the best of it,
C squared equals
25.
Good job.
or C, find a loophole? When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers, but that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
What to expect when you're expecting.
Like here,
a teenager.
Today, I'm going to show you how to team-proof your home. First step, hide the car keys, preferably somewhere they would never look. Challenges will come up. Be ready for them. Hi, honey.
Ready for the... Mom, you don't use mannequins in the mannequin challenge.
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Welcome back. I'm joined by Samantha Brasler and Jessica Renfro, sorry, of the East Texas Bomber Roller Derby team.
Hi, how are you?
How are y'all doing today? Good. I know you just told me about your day, so let's get more into it. So I think we're all wondering, well, more so me, because I know that skating's involved and a lot of fast movement, but what is roller derby?
Do you want to go?
Roller derby is a game played by, well, we play women's flat track roller derby, so for the adults, it's women. The goal of the game is the jammer, which is the girl with the star, is going to attempt to pass all of the blockers on the track. And we're allowed to physically stop them from getting past us. So every person they pass is a point. And that's their goal, is to make as many points as possible in 2 minutes.
Okay, I've seen it. I've seen it in movies for sure. I haven't seen it in real life, which I think is epic that y'all are involved in that, of course. But how did y'all get involved?
Well, I actually started about 5 years ago. One of my coworkers, they said, hey, we're starting this thing. Do you want to try it? I was like, well, I can't really skate, but why not? I'll give it a whirl. I have nothing else to do.
How about you?
I was kind of at home, and we had just moved to Lufkin. And my husband was like, why don't you do something fun? You've always wanted to do roller derby. I saw this ad on Facebook, and he actually contacted the captain at the time, or the co-captain at the time, and was like, hey, my wife is really good at roller skating. So they invited me out, and that was that.
Okay, that sounds like easy to join, but I know there's more to that. So how would someone want to get involved with roller derby, or y'all's team more so?
Well, we are on Facebook, and that's one of the easiest ways to get a hold of us, is through Facebook Messenger, of course. We do practice at the VFW in Lufkin on Sundays, 4:30 to 6:30, and on Mondays and Thursdays, 6:30 to 8:30. And they could just drop in. We do have some loaner gear available, so they could come in, see if they like it before they commit fully.
All right, so a nice little sneak peek to see what they would get involved in.
Right.
Which, speaking of sneak peeks, actually, what is like the day of the life of a practice or a competition or meet for roller derby? Like, can you walk us through that?
Well, practice is pretty straightforward. You show up. We're going to work out before, because you do need to be physically strong to maintain your stability, and you know you're going to get hit and you're going to fall down. So usually we practice falling correctly, and then we'll run what we call drills to practice different blocking techniques, and then sometimes we'll actually have a little scrimmage where we are actively playing a game with just the people we have. And then the games, we usually have to travel, but those are always fun because everybody dresses up. There's usually a theme. There's like makeup, glitter, and it's a lot of fun. It really is.
So it's like glitz and glam to it all, basically.
Glitz and glams
when you want to share
muscle.
Little muscle. Okay, we love that. Strong, independent women going. By the way, since we did say it's a women's team, is there any possible way that men get involved in roller derby, like in another team? Like, is it just a women's sport more so?
No, it is not just for women.
So, like,
we actually have a juniors team available also for kids who are over 8, but under 18. And they can come in and try it out as well, and we'll teach them all the skills necessary for them to be able to play safely.
All right, so nice little sneak peek as well for that. That means they're kind of preparing like, okay, you might like this, don't get too crazy.
Right.
But it's something to definitely do, especially because kids have a lot of energy.
Oh yes, we can help tire them out a little bit. And men, of course, there are men teams out there. The closest one that is around here is in Houston. But we'll let them come and practice with us too. We'll hit them, just like we hit women.
You said we need a little competition, so there's nothing wrong with that at all. You did say practicing safe landing. Is there a lot of injuries in the sport?
It happens like any other sport. It's just like soccer, football, basketball. It happens. It's a quick movement, just like any other sport. And you know, a lot of people have asked me personally, you know, have you ever broken a bone? I've never broken a bone. Never broken a bone. I mean, I've been sore. I've gotten bruises. You're definitely going to be sore and get bruised up, but it's just like any other sport, I would say.
Just at a faster pace, because that's what I've seen.
A little bit.
Yeah, it's pretty fast.
It's actually not as fast as what you would think. The movies and TVs, they kind of glamorize it a little bit more. They make it more like a WWE, let's hit people, and it's not quite like that. There are correct ways to hit and incorrect ways. And if you get caught doing it the wrong way, you go to the penalty box.
Okay. So you said you related to movies because I'm assuming that's what most people say. Like as I saw, as I said, I've never seen it in person. I've only seen the movies, so it kind of is a little bit misleading for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So you're just like, okay, cool. Like, no, we're not going too crazy. We're not a little too wild.
People are always like, do y'all beat each other up? Do you punch each other? If you punch somebody, you're getting ejected from the game. You cannot hit somebody in the face intentionally, the back intentionally. You can't use from this part to this part of your body to intentionally hurt somebody because it's a forearm penalty. You can only use your shoulders, your hips, and your actual physical body to move them.
Okay, so we're learning a lot of rules, which makes me want to see this more and come out and support y'all. Y'all basically are getting me as a fan. So when can we see y'all, or like how often are your competitions?
Well, we haven't actually set up any bouts, or what we call our competitions. We haven't set any up for the 2020 year, but we're trying to build our team so that we can compete as a team rather than just going to mashups.
Okay, so since you're building up your team, I'm assuming that y'all do y'all do tryouts, of course, besides just people who are seeking interest?
Not so much at this point in time. It's a come out, see if you like it, we'll teach you the skills. Once you've passed what we call your minimum skills, then you can go and play.
All right, so it's very open environment. No one feels like, oh my God, I'm going to tryouts and I'm freaking out.
That's the best part is I can honestly say, like, I didn't really feel like I had a place when we moved to Lufkin because I'm not from here. And these girls are like family. We buy our kids birthday gifts. We all go to each other's birthday parties. Like Christmas and Thanksgiving, we invite each other. You know, everybody's really actually invested in your growth and your life, and they want to see you succeed. And that's something that is amazing, especially in a female-dominated sport. We're not competing with each other. Even when we play other teams, afterwards, we're all hugs, we're all love. Like, you did great, you did awesome. On the track, we're like, you're doing amazing, you're doing awesome. And in this world, everybody's so busy trying to run each other over and compete. It's so amazing to get on the track, play with people, and then come up and it's no anger, no hate, no rivalry. It's all love. And that is like the best part.
And I think that's actually a good way to end it. Love with a little fun, of course. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
I appreciate it much. It's tool time. Our very own Bethany Petty will educate us on wreath making right after this break.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hey, can you chop the pineapple? Chop the
Nope, I'm high. How about I wash off the grapes?
Yes.
Okay. You're already making good decisions when you're high.
I want tacos. Will you drive? I'm a little toasty.
Nope. I'm high. Let's order in.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
Your son wants to get a cat,
I'll really take care of it.
but you're allergic. Do you A, prepare yourself, B, make the best of it,
C squared equals
25.
Good job.
or C, find a loophole? When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers, but that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help.
You were probably going to turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right.
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
I'm excited to be joined by JackTalk reporter Bethany Petty here. As you can see, we changed the look, so it's a little more fun and exciting. Hey Bethany, what are you about to show us today? Okay, we're gonna make a Christmas wreath out of a picture frame, and the cool thing is that it doesn't have to be just for Christmas. You can make it for any holiday or even weddings. This one is actually one that I made for my sister, and I decided to keep the back and everything and just had everybody who showed up at her wedding shower sign in, and so she can have memories and messages from her friends and loved ones while she goes through the years with her husband. Oh, that's a cute little thoughtful gift, and it looks so cute. Thank you. I can't wait to see how we're about to make it. Okay, so we started with the picture frame, and I spray painted it white, and then I picked up these letters, so we're gonna make an SFA wreath. Okay. And do a Christmas theme with that. And I like to start with the ribbon, and it's easier if you start with a wired ribbon and making the bow, because it's easier to handle, so you just start by making a loop, and you twist it, and you just kind of go and make it as big as you want it. Like that's one little loop right there. And you just make another one. And you just keep going. You can make it have just 2, 3, 4. I like to do 4 loops, so it's like 2 on each side as it goes. See, I've never known like how that was done. I just thought they were pre-made. They can be, but it's more fun, and it's once you know what you're doing, it's easier to make it yourself. And you just kind of make it the way you want it. Okay. Like you definitely have a technique going on, like the way you're pinching and holding it. Yeah, because you want it to pinch underneath the finger, underneath your thumb, so that you can make it just kind of stick better. And that way you're holding it with as you go. Wow, this goes fast. This will take me like 5 years. Well, I learned this when I was in high school, so that was about 5 years ago. Oh, girl, then you still got the technique. Yeah. I'm not mad at it at all. So that looks so cute. Yeah, the only thing is like, I love glitter, but glitter gets everywhere. That's true. Okay. It makes you sparkle. Yes, I love it. That's what it's all for. And what you can do is just to tie it off, you make a circle like that, so you have a loop. Okay. And you can take this wire, but I find it's easier if you take this. So if you could take that and help me. Okay. And just kind of try to stick it underneath my thumb as best as possible. We got it? Okay. Okay. And if you could tie a knot. Right here? Yeah, tie it as tight as you can do it. Okay. Is that good? Yeah, go tighter. Girl, I feel like I'm about to break it. I done dropped the ribbon. It's wire, so it's fine. And I'll make another knot to make sure that it actually stays. Okay. Double knot it, like your shoes. You know, little kids like to trip, so this is just making me think what my mom taught me is actually used for something else. Is that good? Yeah, that's good. Okay, cool. Okay, so then I'll cut the ribbon, because we don't want it to just be showing out like that. Okay. And then I'll cut this right here. So that now we just have our bow. Oh, that's so cute. And then just go like that. So now we have the bow for the ribbon, and you can just kind of manipulate it to kind of just hang out the way you want it to go. And then we'll just hot glue it right there in the center. All right. So I'll just take some of this glue. All right. Let me hold anything. You got it? I think at the moment it's good. All right. Thank you.
second, and then just put it right there in the center, and then you have it hanging down. And later we can manipulate the ends. We can make them like this one where it's kind of short, or we can just do like that. And so then I like to take more of where the ribbon goes.
Right here, we dropped it. We got a little crazy. We were trying to be helpful.
Nice. So then you just kind of want to map out how you want to do it. So like I like doing a diagonal with some stuff that's hanging down.
Okay.
So what I'll do is that I will take this ribbon and I will hot glue it to the back of the letter that I also hand painted so we could get the right shade of SFA purple.
Oh, you know, we love SFA Pride, especially when it's Christmas time. We're just missing the SFA sweaters. Right now I feel like Santa's helping. And that string with like doing it with the letters kind of makes it like hang.
Yeah, so
Okay.
if you want, we hold it up. We'll just kind of see where we want it. So like about right here, I believe.
All right. Yeah, it looks good.
Okay. So
Okay.
then I will just put some hot glue right there.
Right here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot.
It's
My bad,
okay.
girl.
It'll be okay. The more
I'm
the
trying
better.
to keep it sturdy.
And then we'll just cut the ribbon.
Let me hold it. There we go. Apply pressure. Hopefully I don't get stuck.
Yeah, and you don't want to burn yourself either. And then we'll just do it with the rest of them and just kind of go as we go.
This looks so cute. SFA Christmas. We love it. We love to see it. Santa could never. Okay, I'm sorry, Santa. You can definitely do it.
And then we'll just go right there.
All right.
And then just apply the pressure.
Got it. All right, we just need an A. Oh, this is really cute. It would be cute on a door frame or a wall.
Yeah, so that's like the perfect, you can even put it outside, inside. I'd recommend inside though because
Just
you don't want the
safer
weather to completely ruin it. And then we'll just have the last one hang down.
All right.
Right there.
Okay. I got you, girl.
Yeah, thank you.
Teamwork makes the dream work. But as you can see, this wreath process is so cute. This is just a simple one for sure that Miss Bethany made. And I'm glad for everyone who is here at JackTalk. Thanks for watching and have an amazing day.
Hey, can you chop the pineapple? Chop the
Pineapple.